Salt is a basic component to all of life on this planet, and unfortunately, it seems some people are ingesting so much that it's starting to take over their personality. How's it going, guys? I am PattyJack, and we're going to be talking today about saltiness, about some saltines here on the internet that want to ruin everyone else's day. And of course, this is going to mostly be focused around Overwatch because it's a game that I play a whole lot. And if you play Overwatch, you know that there's a lot of salty people over there. A lot of people that will yell at everyone on the enemy team, and even so far as to, probably even more often, on your team as well. And when you are the recipient of these people who just can't quite handle themselves at that particular moment, that get a little bit antsy, get a little bit angry, annoyed, and take it out on the other people playing the game, well, every now and then, you can't always ignore it. Every now and then it's going to get to you a little bit more than it did before, and that happened to me last night, actually. This is actually me kind of dealing with it right now, because I was just playing Overwatch last night. I made Ana, so I was playing some competitive, and they decided that they didn't think I was healing enough. I had 15,000 healing by the end of the round and gold healing, but, you know, whatever. And they decided that they wanted to go on voice chat and call me terrible and say that I need to actually know how to heal things and that they were all damaged and I wasn't healing them. I mean, they were ignoring the fact that, you know, there's a handy-dandy little button that says, hey, I need healing. And then I know exactly who needs healing right at that second, because I can't always see what's going on. No one can. You can't see what's going on behind you all the time, and maybe you're dealing with, say, a Pharah or a Winston that's trying to kill you or anything like that, and things happen. You miss things, and that's totally fine. What isn't fine is taking it out super negatively on those people that you perceive to be, say, bad at the game. Maybe you were having a bad day or something, and you decide that you want to go and yell at them for it. Well, I got news for you. That's not really acceptable. Not in regular society, and it shouldn't be acceptable in the internet either, because it does affect people, and it affected me last night to the point where I had to take a break from Overwatch and be like, okay, I gotta slow down here, because people are getting a little bit too intense for me, and I'm a person who can take things to heart a little bit too much. You know, people call me bad at a video game or something or whatever. You're like, okay, well, that's normal. Everyone does that, and you shouldn't really care. Well, you do care. That's a basic human function, and every now and then, especially someone like me who has had problems with anxiety in the past, it can become a little bit too much to handle. So how do you handle things like that? Well, the easiest way for me is to just walk away from the game. I've gotten pretty good at doing that. I just stopped playing last night and I went and watched some Netflix instead. I finished off Dirk Gently. Really good show, by the way. I'd highly recommend it. So that's what personally works for me to keep me calm in these scenarios, but other people don't necessarily know how to deal with that. Maybe they haven't dealt with social anxiety and things throughout their lives, so when it happens to them, they might react differently. Everyone does react differently to these things, and they may end up being that person who gets super salty, who gets really angry in the next match, and then they get someone else angry, and it becomes this never-ending circle of salt. And hey, I'm not going to sit here and say that they don't have a possible point. Maybe I was playing badly that game. Maybe I did miss someone who needed to be healed right then and there. The difference is, though, if I were to notice something like that instead, if the situations were flipped, I don't go on voice chat and then start reaming people out for it. I don't call people out. I don't call them losers. I don't call them dumb. I don't call them assholes, faggots, whatever. Because that's just not who I am. That's not why I play video games. I play video games to have fun, not to ruin other people's day. And I get that maybe you weren't having the best day yourself, but that doesn't excuse you to act like that towards other people. That's something that I've always held very dearly in my life. No matter how bad of a day I'm having, I still treat everyone else with respect as long as they deserve it. And it's partially because I try to treat everyone else with respect that when people don't reciprocate that to me, I take it a lot harder because I'm like, well, why are you being an asshole to me? I'm literally just trying to be nice to you. And that's a major reason where it has a big effect on me, and anyone else with similar social anxiety issues probably understands that. And I really hope that anyone who does get a little bit too worked up when they're playing video games or anything can take something from this video if they are watching it and be like, okay, you know, maybe I am getting a little bit too invested, a little bit too angry about this. At the end of the day, it is a video game. I'm just playing competitive at rank 2500. I'm barely platinum. I'm average at the game. I just gotta settle down, have some fun. Because video games at the end of the day are supposed to be fun. It's not like any of us. I'm very certain that most of the people watching this video aren't professional gamers. They're not in esports or anything. So why can't we all just have fun playing a game? And if it does become a problem for you where you're getting yelled at too often, or when you are yelled at and you take it a little bit too hard like I am, and I should be following this advice too, find a group of people that you can play with. When you're playing with 2 to 3 other people on the same team that you're voice chatting with, maybe they're your friends in real life, maybe they're people you've met in other games and stuff that happen to play the same game, you're going to be a lot less likely to take it hard, because if someone on your team or on the other team does end up raging at you or anything, you got other people there that are going to back you up or just be a lot nicer about it in general. So that's a big recommendation I'd give if anyone is suffering from that. They're taking things a little bit too hard. They get a bit of social anxiety towards online games. And the other way to solve it is to just steal a quote from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Be excellent to each other, guys. That's all you gotta do in life, and then everything's gonna work out fine. Alright, that's been my rant on toxic and saltines in Overwatch and really any other online game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you do to cope with that stuff too. I'd really like to know. Maybe you'll help me cope with things better in the future, or anyone else. If you want to keep the conversation going, head over to my Discord. I have a great Discord community right now that I'm trying to build up even further. I'm always over there pretty much every single day. You can ask me any questions. Support me on Patreon if you want to as well. $1 goes a long way, a lot further than you know. And if you're on VidMe and you don't feel like going over to Patreon, throw $1 there too. I'd appreciate it. That'd be awesome. Anyways, I am PattyJack, and I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.